Hi, let's take a look at the Palladini today. The new Palladini, it's called. So I wanted to do this video because I recently did a video on the Aquarian Tarot, and this is the same artist. And so the Aquarian Tarot was published in 1970. The new Palladini was published in 1996. So 26 years later, and there, is quite a bit of change in his artistic style. The backing I like. And this deck has a nice cardstock. There's a little lamination, and it just has a nice feel to it. And I think that's kind of important. So let's take a look at some of the majors. You'll see the coloring is very different in this one than his older deck. Here's the Magician. This deck surprised me. It's very energetic. I like it a lot, and I reach for it a lot. The High Priestess. So, yeah, I know it's a Rider-Waite style deck, and why do we need another one? But lately, since I've been working with those kind of more traditional and classic decks, I really do feel a difference between them. I don't feel that their clones are all the same. No, I really don't, because each is imbued with a different personality. That's how I feel about it. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. And the Chariot. This has a slight Egyptian feel, and there are a few cards in the deck that have that theme, that Egyptian theme. Here's the Strength card, which is really nice. It looks like the lion is just coming out of her dress, and that the two are kind of merged in a way. And here's the Hermit. And, the Justice card, let me just show you that, because the perspective just seems a little odd in this one. It has a weird kind of look to it. And here's the Hanged Man. The Death card. So this is a veil of some sort that is over his head. It is not long blonde hair, just to let you know. Okay, and the Devil card is really cool in this deck. One of my favorites. And Temperance. Okay, let me show you the Moon and the Sun. I like this moon. The sun is really strong and vibrant and has a lot of male energy to it. But he did include some water and the lotus, showing that that sun is, giving life. The Judgment is the Last Judgment, which gives to me a little bit of a more ominous feel. And here is the World card. So, now I had read for a friend recently with this deck, and the first few cards really had nothing to do with his question, but it was just giving him advice, and it was actually really good advice. He said that it was very perfect. It's just what he needed. That's happened more than once in this deck. It's happened for me as well. So I find that I like to work with several cards with this deck. I generally like, for some reason, to work with 9 cards with this deck. It seems just to be what the deck likes. It has a lot to say. The Rod suit is mostly at night. I like the nighttime skies. I think it gives it just a little deeper feel, a little pause, a little extra pause for introspection here. It changes the atmosphere of the card for me. Here, let me show you the Queen and King. Now, similar to his first deck, he also did sort of a medieval type theme with this one as well. Okay, let's look at a few of the cups. Here's the 6. It's pretty. Most of the cups are daytime, except I think for the 9 was at night, if I have that here. Oh, no. Yes. And that gives it a bit of a dreamy feel. And let's see what we have here is the 4. And here's the 8. And then we'll look at some pentacles. Here's the 8 here. 10. Now, interesting what he did here with the Queen and King of Pentacles. They're both silhouettes. And this is the only suit that he did this. And you see, like, the pentacle and all the stars and the planets are within them. And the idea is that they are in deep contemplation of all that the universe embodies. So it's very interesting. That's an interesting take on these cards. So it's more than just earthly embodiment, but even other than that, or, you know. I think the idea is that, you know, that 5th element, and it's embodying that energy as well. So I think it's really interesting. We didn't look at the swords yet, so let's take a look at a few of those. The whole sword suit is at night. There's the 2. There's the 7. Eight. And here's the 9. Let's see, here's the, I'll show you the page and knight. Page and the knight. So I think it's a really good deck. It's, I just like it. I like it a lot. Like I said, it's very energetic and I reach for it often. And I just wanted to show very quickly that last week or so, I did buy the Tarot of the Magical Forest. And who do I have to blame for that? Miss Kelly Bear. Yeah, Kelly Bear did a great little walkthrough on this deck, so I'll link that below. And this deck is good. It is really good. It's fun, but it is. But don't let that fool you. There is, you know, there is definitely a depth to this deck, as I'm sure as she had said in her video. It's. I like the art style. I think it might be pencil. I'm not quite sure because some of the cards have almost a transparency and like a bit of layering to the artwork that certainly draws me in. So I really like it. I'm so glad I got it. Thank you, Kelly Bear. It's the Empress. And all of the yeah, the pentacles, I think, are all foxes. The swords are cats. The rods are frogs. And the cups are bunny rabbits. And I like this strength card so much here. So I didn't want to do a full review because she did such a good, thorough walkthrough, and I'll just link that one. One more quick thing is I had gotten, I guess, oh gosh, sometime last year, I had bought the Japaridze. And, you know, I like it, but I hadn't made a real strong connection with it until recently. I did reconnect with it, and what I did is I trimmed it. And I just want to show you, so if you have it, you could see what it looks like trimmed. It made a real big difference for me. I really, really like it now, and I'm using it quite a bit now. It's so interesting how that can affect, you know, how you feel about a deck. I know it's very colorful, and that's not for everyone. But I think she did an interesting job on this deck. I think it's good. And, you know, like I've said before, I like having just a broad range of decks. And let me show you, here's the 3 of Wands, which would be swords. But yeah, I'm just so happy with it now that it's trimmed. Let me just show you a few together so you kind of get the idea of what it looks like. You know, you can see the colors just, you know, I think they show up a lot better this way. If I'm showing anything, I can't see what I'm doing here. All right, my friends, I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.